Okay, hello everybody, it's Fern. Welcome back to another Plenty video. Today is going to be a bit of a recovery video for me because I am so pooped from doing my plant tour video. Oh my goodness, that really just took it out of me as far as filming and editing goes, and I just do not have much left in the way of creative energy or anything necessary for me to put together a fancier video than this. So I'm sorry. We are just keeping it very low-key today. However, I am excited to work with the plants that we're going to be working with today. We're going to be doing some repotting and some starting plants on moss poles that I'm really excited to get on moss poles. So that'll be fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that y'all are well. Happy Monday. I think this is when this is going to be going up. Hope that the start to your week is awesome. I will introduce to you the plants that we're going to be working with today. So first of all, Anthurium vittarifolium. She has seen better days. In fact, I've actually considered getting rid of this plant recently. Like, it's been entering my mind a little bit, but it's hard for me to come to terms with that. It really is, because I love Anthurium. Well, do I? I think I more so love the idea of Anthurium vittarifolium, or when I see other people's and they look full and healthy. But for some reason, I just struggle with this Anthurium. It's not for some reason. I know the reason, and it's underwatering. But also that's not true, because even when I'm on top of watering, the new leaves still come in like funky sometimes. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Anthurium, what's the word? Vex me. I don't really know what the issue is, but part of me is like, I already have my Anthurium pallidiflorum and my Anthurium bakeri. Those are beautiful, like belty leafed Anthurium, especially the pallidiflorum. Like, do I really need the vittarifolium if I have that one and it's doing really well? I'd honestly rather probably have two pallidiflorums than a pallidiflorum and a vittarifolium. But I think I've come to the decision that I'm gonna pot these up and try again. And if after this attempt it still just isn't going well for me, then perhaps I will be saying goodbye to this plant. And I've been getting some comments lately about people asking how I approach downsizing and how I kind of come to the conclusions, or like decide which plants I'm gonna get rid of. And I haven't made a video about it because it's honestly usually very on a whim. Like, I'll just be irritated with a plant and chuck it in the compost, or list it on Facebook Marketplace, or do whatever I'm gonna do with it. But I mean, sometimes I do a kind of like planned out, like make a list of plants that I want to get rid of. I did a video like that on Patreon a couple of months ago, but for the most part, it's usually just me going about my plant chores and just feeling fed up with a plant. And usually it'll be a situation like this where it's been like a prolonged thing of it just not bringing me joy and not growing well. And then I get to the point where I'm just like, I don't think that this is worth it. So this is one that's teetering on the line. This is the propagations that we're gonna be potting in there, which actually does have some really cool leaves, like this long one. So yeah, this, like a whole bunch of this plant just rotted off one day. It was so weird. I noticed it looked really wrinkly, and then I went and looked at it, and there was like, it was like coming out of the pot, and the stem was just all like rotted off. So I ended up taking that off and sticking them in perlite to pot up, and I can see that there's roots. So oh yeah, oh my gosh, there's chunky roots. So I think it's ready to be potted up. I think I'll just be reusing this pot. I don't know, we're gonna take this out and see maybe I will need to up the pot size, honestly. I guess we'll find out. Anyways, moving along to the second plant that we're gonna be working with today, and I'm really excited to be potting this one up and giving it a pull again. This is my philodendron Majestic, aka one of my favorite plants of all time. This was in my like #1 spot for favorite philodendron for a while. And I'm really excited just for it to get growing again, because it truly is such a beautiful and rewarding and easy plant to grow. Mine just grew way too unruly, so I ended up chopping it up. And oh my gosh, does this one not even have roots on it? Okay, we have 3 cuttings. Wait. Yeah, we have 3 cuttings with roots, do we? Okay, but one of them didn't root. Huh. Oh my gosh, was it not even in the water? The top looks dry. Oh boy. It also looks, I think it's upside down too. Okay, well this one I'm gonna continue to leave in water, but the rest of them are ready to be potted up, and I really only want 3 vines anyways. I usually just propagate 4 cuttings so that I have an extra, which comes in handy in cases like this where one of them just doesn't root. And then lastly, another really exciting thing that I'm going to be doing is getting my Marble Queen pothos on a pole. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now. So I took cuttings off of my trailing Marble Queen, and yeah, we're going to be poling her, and the leaves are so small. So it's going to be really rewarding to watch it grow. If you're new to my channel, my Marble Queen is the first plant that I ever had. I've had it for over 10 years now. And yeah, it's just very sentimental to me for that reason. It's been with me through a lot. We've lived in a lot of different places together, and yeah, I love that plant. So I think it'll be really cool and kind of give me a new appreciation for it to see it climbing. So I'm gonna be using my Rousseau poles for that because I just can't be bothered to deal with wire. Well, that's one reason. And the second reason is that I think it'll be cool to see my Marble Queen on a Rousseau pole, and I have my Jacinia pothos on a wire pole. They're the same type of epipremnum. They're both varieties of Epipremnum aureum, just slightly different variegation. So it'll be kind of interesting to kind of compare the 2 poles with like such similar plants, like I said, essentially the same plant. So yeah, I think that will be interesting to do. But other than that, I think that's it. I have my little pots here ready to go. I am fresh out of 5 and 6 inch pots. This is my last 5 inch. I'm completely out of 6 inch. I feel like I just got that pot order, and I just went through them so fast with all of my spring repotting and everything. So for one of them, I'm gonna have to use this slot 5 inch pot, which I don't like it really, the slit pot, but it's literally all I have in a size that's gonna work. So yeah, that's it. Let's get cracking here. Okay, I don't even know what to start with. I guess the Anthurium, to kind of get it out of the way here. Okay, I feel, well, yeah, okay, let's take it out of here first so that I can see if we're gonna need a pot size upgrade. I don't think so. Like, I don't think that this is gonna be root bound. We do have to unpot it because I'm not gonna be able to obviously like add this in without unpotting it. It's just too big. So I'll lower you down. How is your guys' March going? Mine feels very, I don't know, it feels kind of hectic, but in a good way. There's a lot going on. And just with spring coming, I'm feeling all of the impending just like things that need to get done, especially with like garden stuff and everything. Oh, okay. Well, the roots look healthy, so that's good. And it looks like I might be able to continue using this pot because it doesn't look like too root bound or anything. So let's just take some of that soil off. Whoops. Yeah, I've been really busy with attempting to plan my garden, and I've like ordered all of my seeds and everything that I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start some of them this week. So yeah, it's just, there's a lot going on. Yeah, I was just updating the vlog on my vlog channel and talking about how the rest of the year essentially is just kind of busy for me. Like whether it's, you know, working on projects around the house or the yard and stuff, or just like different events that are coming up. So it's good. I'm really excited about everything that the year is gonna bring. But yeah, my goodness, it's just, it's hard to do it all sometimes, isn't it? Like there's so many things I want to do, and so many just like, yeah, even just hobbies and stuff. Like I want to do everything, but there's just not enough time. Okay, I think that this is from, oh my gosh, my lip is itchy and my hands are covered in wet soil. I think that this is, you can see this like rotted bit. That's where that cutting was attached. I'm just trying to gently, I'm just trying to gently remove as much of this potting mix as I can. I think I'm gonna put it into Molly's mix. maybe it will do better in that than in my DIY mix here. So yeah, the month so far has been good, but busy. It's definitely feeling like spring. Daylight savings just really, honestly, it threw me for a loop. I feel like the older I get, the more it affects me, but I felt so affected this time. Like it completely just, yeah, it made everything feel weird and I couldn't go to bed at my normal time and yeah, wow. Anyways, let me know what you guys have been doing. Do you have any projects on the go? Are you also doing outdoor gardening this year? I would love to hear what everyone's been keeping busy with. Okay. Oh my gosh, is that rotted? Some questionable roots over here. Okay, so this is two, well this is actually more than two. This is multiple plants in here, but just gonna kind of separate it into different chunks. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna use mollies for this. I think that's gonna be the move. Okay, so that's good enough. There's one. Oh my gosh. Ew. Then I'm just gonna remove a little bit from here. The roots look good, so that's really nice to see. Like they're white and chunky and healthy. Thank goodness, because I was not in the market for dealing with a rotted plant today. Okay, so I'm just gonna set that there. And let me go wash my hands off quick. Okay, I had to use an elastic to keep the cuttings from like hopping out, getting pulled out, so gonna take that off. I could have taken it off a while ago, I just didn't, but once they grew roots, they're pretty stable in there. All right, let's see what this is gonna look like. Oh, oh my gosh. They look like those things that grow in caves. What are they called? Stalagmites or something? Oh. Oh my gosh. They look so crazy. Do you see that? Do you see that? Okay. Just gonna gently get some of that perlite off. They look so satisfying. That's one thing that I'll say about Anthurium. They have my favorite roots. Like, you cannot beat this chunky, like fuzzy. Gosh, I love them. Okay. Doesn't really matter if there's still perlite on here. Oh my gosh, I think I'm literally gonna pick all that perlite out of this. I don't know why I just put that in that weird soil pile, but I did. That perlite's too nice to just put in the compost. Okay, so I think that I can get away with using the same pot. I think so. So I'm gonna do that. Let me add some mollies in first, and then we'll kind of clean up the plant. Oops, I can see that it has like a yellow leaf and some crispy tips and stuff, so we'll do that at the end. Okay, got some of our mix in there. So let's start with the biggest, I suppose. My goodness. Okay, that's like in there. Oops, oh my god, I just broke one off. Literally just broke a root off. Sorry, buddy. Okay, I actually think that I might need a slightly bigger pot. So I've got this one, 7 inches. Let's see, I just want to like stick this in and see if it looks like it'll be better. Yeah, it does look like it'll be better. Oh, and there's the root that I broke off. Big one. Oh my gosh. That's all the roots that I broke off just from trying to get that in there. So Not great, but that's okay. Okay. Oops. It's making a big mess. Hopefully this is gonna be better. I don't know if they like a deeper pot like this, or if it matters, or what. Okay, next bit. Oh my gosh, this is like hard to show on camera. There we go. Oh, okay, these definitely fit better in here, so that's good. Now I just need to add our propagations. Is there 2 or 3? 2 or 3 cuttings. I guess I'll add this one first. 3 different cuttings. Oh my gosh, that is a little baby. Okay, I thought that looked weird. I was like, this is such a weird looking root, this one, but it's actually a baby that's like growing up. Oops, oh my gosh. Okay, very gently with this, especially. This is a big plant in the sense that like there's a lot going on in here. Okay. That's good for that one, I think. Then we just have this little tiny one to put in. Just has like one chunky root. This looks kind of weird, but I think it's fine. Okay. I think that's good. Let me move this potting mat. Oh my gosh, the construction site is noisy again, but it usually doesn't last for very long lately. I've found, like, they turn off that noisy thing soon. Hopefully they will. Okay, so now I just have to fill this up, which I'm definitely gonna need something to push the soil down. Here we go. Okay, I think that is pretty good. Just a second here. It actually took quite a while to like get it in there nicely. So now let's deal with these yellow leaves. So this one is yellow. I'm just gonna cut it off. Pretty much the whole leaf is yellow on this one. So I'm just gonna snippy snap. And then we have some that just have like crispy tips, and I'm just gonna cut the crispy parts off. There's not that many, only the ones that were in propagation are really like this, but whoops, oh my gosh. It's giving me flashbacks to having a spider plant or Dracaena. They get so crispy on the tips. All right, now I think that I'm gonna add some bios into here, my bios fertilizer, to really just give it a little oomph, you know, to get going, get those roots nice and healthy. Okay, I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of bios. Just sprinkle it on top. I like to kind of like work it in a little bit. You don't have to, but do that. Okay. We are really getting her set up for success here. I want to give this my best shot to really get this plant growing nicely. So let me show you a little bit better. So this is what she's looking like. I think that she's gonna be pretty happy in here, honestly, especially with the new mix and a deeper pot and everything. Hopefully she'll expand her root system and just grow well for us. This one does live in my south facing window, so I'm just gonna put her back. I don't know if this pot's gonna fit in the macrame hanger that it's in, but I guess I'll find out. I think I'm actually going to just throw this in the shower right now and give it a good soak, and then we'll move on to our next plants. Okay, now I just need a new potting mat. Wow. We are ready to crack on here. Which one should I do next? Maybe I'll do the Majestic. We're just going from biggest to smallest, I suppose. All right, so all of these are gonna come out except for this stubborn one. I literally think it's upside down because this plant started growing really crazy, but I'll deal with that afterwards. We do have some decent roots, not like massive roots on this yet, because this hasn't been propagating for very long, but I don't want this to turn into a situation where I just keep putting this off and then I wait until it's all scraggly and whatever. I want to get it potted up and get it going. I guess I need to make my moss pool. Should have done that first. We'll just speed through this part. I feel like I'm always making a million moss pools in my videos these days. Okay, we're just gonna fill her up with some sphagnum. This is some recycled, reused sphagnum that I'm putting in right now. It's kind of mixed in with my fresh sphagnum. I can just tell it's reused because I can see like algae on it. Okay. That looks quite well. That looks quite well indeed. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, that is ready to go. Now, I'm gonna have to pull some of this out actually. There, that's good. Okay, let's get the potting mix going. Oh, I hope that this bag of mollies is gonna last for both of these plants. It's looking a little low. Boop. Boopity doopity. Okay. Right, we are ready for the fun part, which is adding the plant. Also, in one of my last videos where I was adding cuttings to a pole, maybe in my philodendron video. People were asking why I put 3 cuttings, or why don't I use all the cuttings? Why don't I? Because sometimes I have like 10 cuttings and then I'll only use 3. I'll just choose the 3 strongest ones. And the reason that I only choose 3 is that my goal with my climbing plants specifically is to size up the leaves, get them as mature as possible. I want like big, lush plants. And if there's like 10 cuttings in here, then they're all just going to be competing for nutrients. They might not get as big as they would if there was less cuttings. I could just do 1. Some of my poles, I just have 1, like my Monstera Esqueleto, which works great, looks fine. That 1 plant, that 1 vine is obviously going to be getting all of the nutrients and doing really well. But I think it just looks nice to have a few plants in there to kind of fill out. Like 2 would be good. 3 is just usually what I go for. Honestly, 2 might even be better. Like maybe I should start just doing 2. I don't know. Let me know how many plants you pot in if you also use moss poles and have climbing plants. But yeah, that's the reason. Like it would just be too many to have, in my opinion, it would be too many to have more than 3 cuttings in here. Although there are some that I make exceptions for. It just depends on what your goal is for the plant. Like for example, my philodendron Bromarx variegata, I have a whole bunch of cuttings of that I need to pot up. And I don't necessarily want to grow that plant to get massive leaves. I really just appreciate the foliage and the variegation, and I like a bushy look for that plant. So I'm gonna be potting a whole bunch of cuttings into that pot when I pot it up, because I'm not trying to just like get these like massive mature leaves. It's just, yeah, it just kind of depends what you want from the plant, but that's why I do it this way. I've just found 3 to be a good number. But like I said, 2 might, wait, which way is this supposed to go? Oh my gosh, these are all like, it's literally supposed to go like that. What in the world am I supposed to do with this? Because the growth point, this one's proper. This one is too. The thing is, when I took cuttings, some of the vines were, what is that? Some of the vines were growing like off the pole, so they were kind of dipping down. So that's why this has ended up like this, but shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna have to pot it like this. And over time, it will straighten itself. That is annoying, but it's fine. It's just gonna look crazy for the first. My pole plants always look crazy at first. Like, they really truly do. Until they settle in. Like my Jesenia pothos was all pointing the wrong direction too when I put it on a pole, but now it's like completely facing out. Like it looks nice again. You just have to wait. But this is like specifically, this is a strange one for sure. Okay, let's just get these all in. This one actually was a top cut. So we have a little caterpillar right there. Okay, this one's gonna be kind of backwards as well, but it's a trust the process kind of situation, you guys, okay? I should start filming these like way ahead of time so that I can give you an update of like a month later when it looks proper. Okay, carefully gonna fill it. Actually doesn't look that crazy. Okay, yes it does, but it's fine. It's just fine. Okay, here she is. Don't judge her. Don't judge her. We have to respect her. Remember where she came from? The most magnificent plant of all time of my collection. So, yep, she's gonna get there again, but this is what we are working with right now. It's fine. It's totally fine. I need to get her a cute cover pot though. Where's a girl to find a cute cover pot these days? Because I haven't been finding much. Okay, anyways, I'm also gonna go throw her in the shower and then we will begin our last plant. Okay, I had to grab my bin of DIY mix because I don't think there's gonna be enough of this Molly's for the Marble Queen, but there will be some, so. Okay, pull. Okay, you guys, I cannot believe that we are finally getting Greta on a pole. That is just so crazy. I feel like she needs a new name. What should it be? Turbo mode Greta? Greta 2.0? Give me your name suggestions down below. I just think it's gonna be so epic to see her size up. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm gonna be checking this thing like crazy. Okay, stick these in. She's already starting to vine on some of these cuttings. Oh my goodness, she's gonna be taking off in no time. Oh, I think I can actually like get her into the pole already. Okay, let me do this longest. Oh, oh my gosh, they're all vining. All three of these cuttings are already vining. That's very exciting. Okay, I'm gonna do this one first. Let me open this up. That seems to be the best way to show you what's going on. Okay, so I've just opened a buckle, and then I'm going to, let me see what side the roots are coming. So if I look on the vine, there's a root coming right there. So I want to make sure that's going to be pushed against the pole. So I'm going to lower. Okay, I think I actually need to put this in this way. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I need to open more of these. There we go. Okay, so one is in there. Now let's do this one. It's going that way, I think. Oh my goodness, these are actually going up kind of far. on the pole. It's crazy. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, this one isn't really vining yet, so that's easy. Just stick it in. Are these all good? That's good. That's good. Just gonna move this over a bit. That's good. It has more of a head start than I thought it was going to, so I'm excited. Okay, I'm just gonna top it off. Oh my gosh, this sun is probably looking crazy. I'm just gonna top it off with my DIY mix. So this is what she looks like in a little bit better lighting. Honestly, she's vining more than I was even aware of. So thank goodness we potted this today and got it on a pole, because if it would have vined even more than this, it wouldn't have been ideal to get it on a pole. It's best to get them on as young as possible. If it was vining too much, I probably just would have cut it up and then rooted those cuttings and then potted those on a pole. But anyways, we didn't have to do that because it's vining a little, but it's still young enough that it's gonna take hold onto here and still have lots of space to grow up and everything. So yeah, I can't wait to watch the progress of this. It's just gonna be so cool to see. So I will definitely keep you guys updated. Other than that, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for coming along with me on this just like relaxed plant repotting and polling moment. You guys are the best. I really appreciate you watching all of my videos. It really means so much. So thank you. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to chat with you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.